Okay, so everyone, today's session, and I think we have another two sessions. The three session is all about hand over the Brasil site for you to publish and maintenance. So as we all know, the Brasil site is the most biggest publication in the Latin market. So it's got a lot of cars, SUVs, pickups, commercials, and it's got a lot of non-vehicle content. And it's got locate dealer, it's got build and price, it's got latest offers, it's got comparator. So pretty much it's got all kinds of tools and functionalities in the site that is different with what we already launched in other Latin markets, which is Colombia, Ecuador, or Argentina. So this Brazil site is got all available tools, pretty much. So what I'm going to cover today is, today we are just going to cover some basic things, like how is the site going to look like, what's the structure of the site, and in next two sessions I'm going to concentrate in some specific functionality that is just used in Brazil. So
Great, perfect.
Sorry? Wait for that.
Perfect.
Okay. So as you can see, Brazil is we publish three sites as well. So this one is the desktop one, and we have a mobile one. We're still waiting for the images coming. It hasn't been provided yet. So we have the mobile one. We have the generic mobile as well. So if I show you, that's the Content Server Explorer, that's the Content Server Management System. So you will see FBR. After the site is live, we're going to give you access to this publication. It's called FBR, which is for Brazil. So after we click in,
Sorry, are we launching the site for trucks at the same time?
sorry, trucks?
Yeah, are we going to launch the site at the same time that the normal site?
You mean the Brazil site?
Yeah, the Brazilian site for trucks.
The trucks will be launched in November.
Oh, okay, great.
It's separate. So when we publish this, you still can see the commercial vehicles here, but currently they are linking to the current truck site. So let me see. So this page will still stay after we launch the Brazil vehicle site. This page will stay, but yeah. So and this transit as well is just a linking outside. Okay. So but for the other vehicle like EcoSport, Ranger, all of these vehicles is already on the Dragonfly platform after next Monday. So let's see. So the same after you go into the content management system, you'll see you can find all the three sites from the site hierarchy. So if I expand it, it's generic, it's smart mobile, pretty much the same like the others. So we got autos, SUV, pickups, vans, and all vehicles is underneath of here. Okay, so you got all the vehicle available in here. So for the home page, for the Brasil desktop side homepage, we use the same slider as the other side, as like in what we're using in Mexico or Colombia, as the banner slider. And we put links in them as well. So, but there is one note when we hit. So we use the home page slider, and if I bring it up, you can see the links is inside the target. Okay, so there are 3 of them here. And then we have the hotspot. This hotspot has been sharing across the whole site, even on the vehicle. So if I bring up this hotspot container, because they don't have a specific hotspot for each of the vehicle, so if I click one of the vehicle, if I click cars, let's wait for it. Let's just wait for the page load. But if I show you from here, you can see this hotspot container are referenced by all the other vehicle homepage as well, not just for the site homepage. It's been sharing across. So if you update this hotspot or one of the hotspot images of the links, or even you adding another hotspot and replace with something, it will be applied to all of the vehicles as well. You can see the hotspot item is exactly the same as on homepage 1. Okay, so that's the market decision. But if they want to make a different hotspot for some vehicles, you need to create another container and just assign that container to the specific vehicles they want. Okay, currently it's sharing the same one. Okay, so that's the home page. As you can see, there are like eyebrow navigations here as well, just like the other side. Different thing is it's got more like this one is dealer locator, the first one. This one is build and quote, the tools. This one I think that means contacto. Let me just bring it up. This one is latest offers, and this one is, I think, is comparator. And then we have some similar search things like what we have in Argentina as well. You don't need to worry about anything about that. It's just going to be the system going to like re-index the page every day. So that's it. And then the footer is the same like the other side. They are all the non-vehicle pages. You can change the icons by edit the page to choose one you like them to show up. Okay, so let's see what's this. I think this one might be the contact page. Yeah, but they put the link on the eyebrow navigation. Okay, so let's go.
Is there going to leave a contact form in the page?
Sorry?
Is there going to be a contact form at the follow Conosco page? In the eyebrow, the third page?
Yeah, this one goes straight to that page. This one is just the link assets we published into BFY site configuration. Because all of these eyebrow navigations is shared across the whole site. So if I bring up this main site,
Okay, so, but are they going to have the contact form inside the Dragonfly, or they are going to use just
they don't
Okay.
have contact us forms. Instead, they will have 3 other forms, which I will cover later on. So, but they don't have contact us forms from what I
Okay.
know. Yeah. So, if I bring up this slide thing, so you will see a container side call to action links. That's the global city container, and you can see the find data, contact offers, and comparator links inside, which is actually linking you to the proper page inside Dragonfly. Okay, so let's have a look here. So this one is the nameplate homepage for cars. I will just cover one nameplate homepage because all the other one is pretty much very similar. So as you can see, there are like versions, which is models page. This one is specifications page. This is features page and a gallery page. Currently, they don't have any accessories, but I think later on they will be require you to adding the accessories. Maybe it's inside a page and also in the build and price tools as well. I'll cover that later. And then they have the nameplate color pickers, which I think you're already very familiar with how to do it, as we got this kind of functionalities in the Argentina and in Colombia as well. And also they have this 360 all of these images is on the Akamai server, and we just need to publish container and links and articles related to it. So there is one extra things I think is for this price showing out. We have a price disclaimer here. That means click to view more details of the disclaimer. That's the price disclaimer. So if you click through, the page will jump to the disclaimer that display underneath of the page. So how we do that is we just use a disclaimer article. There is a price disclaimer article which is actually sharing across many of the page. As you can see, it's referenced by pretty much all the vehicle page. And this disclaimer, you will be required to update it maybe every month. So here is the position, you will know how to find it. It's a price disclaimer. And if you need to put it into the page and got these little things to be enabled, you will need to put this disclaimer article into disclaimer position of the page. Let me just edit the page for you to show out. See, you put it in here. It's not just to put this one underneath of one of the container at the bottom of the container. If you put this in here, that little text won't show out. But if you put into the page disclaimer in here, that link will show out. Okay, I think currently this disclaimer says the price only valid to 5th of September, something like that. But after the site is going live, you will be required to update this every month or even more frequently. It depends on what the market requested. Okay, so I think there is another thing. This one, we have this kind of CSS alternative articles. Maybe you will be able to see it in some of the vehicle pages. we use this to change the colors on the sub-navigations to make it looks in white color. So because we all know we control the text to be shown out in white or in gray by choosing a different view of the page. But in some cases, the market request says we still want to have these 360 buttons on the right, but we don't like the color in gray. We like the color in white. So that's why we put these CSS articles to dynamically control the sub-navigation text to display color in white. And also we control the colors in here as well. That's why you see this CSS banner. So later on, if they provide you with some images that got light color, you will need to change the view of the page, maybe into just detail banner dark or detail banner light. Then you might need to adjust these articles as well to let it display into another color.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So for this home page, another thing is when you insert the price, we use the same method to insert the price in. So we just put the cheapest derivative into the price holder. But how we know this one is cheapest? You can check in the VDM data. But Brazil, different with all the other markets, Brazil is using the price integration with their price system. So there is a connection. There is a connection between Dragonfly and Ford of Brazil price system. When you got a new vehicle to publish, or when you maintenance the price data inside Dragonfly, you do not publish the price manually. All the price is reading from the Brazil price system automatically, but you will still be able to check the price. Because the whole thing that this price integration doing is reading the price from their price system and put them up into the Dragonfly VDM data. So if I added the features in the VDM, the same thing how you check the price, but never update the price inside the Dragonfly, because the price should just be reading from their price system. Okay, so engine transmission, pricing, FBR. You can see the prices here, but this price is actually from their price system. I think once they, you can see some price is still zero because their price system do not have any price in their system. That's why it's only showing zero. So we check, once they upload a new file, they will run in some code. And this code will be putting price, will connecting to Dragonfly and update the price inside Dragonfly VDM data. How they do it is they will upload like some price XML file. Maybe I can bring one up for you as an example. You don't need to worry about the whole process, but I think it's better for you to understand the whole process, because there are one very important thing that you will need to handle. So I'm just going to explain the process for you first. So,
Great, thanks.
Yeah, so what they have is an FTP server on their price system, and then they will upload an XML to that FTP specific folder. This XML file will be looks like this. Okay, so it's got a vehicle derivative CKS code. I think that's an old version, but it doesn't matter. It's got derivative year, and I don't think it's got model CKS code, and name and the price is here. And then it's got color price as well, and the color code. So all of this code is using to match the derivative and VDM data inside the Dragonfly. It's telling the Dragonfly which one is for price system to assign the price to. So if I bring up, maybe EcoSport is not a good example. Let me bring up the car. So if I bring up the KA1, you see the model year, you see the model CKS code, and then if I bring up one of the derivative, you can see there are very important things in derivative because the price actually doesn't check the models. List 2 is for us to upload the hot deal. I will cover that later. Most important thing is you publish the right code into the derivative assets and also the package assets as well, because the package assets is used in the build and hold tools, and the derivative assets is using the in the website, in the web pages. So you can see for the derivative assets, you put the derivative name, but this name will not be checked by the price XML file. The name is not like the most matter things, because the name might not match with the price XML file because they got a different name from their price XML file. The name is not matching. Okay, the only thing matching, very important thing that is matching, it needs to be exactly matched, is the derivative CKS code, which is, you can see, is combined with the model code and the derivative code. So this will be provided by the market, okay, and it always should be in this format. 3 kinds of code, and then a dash, and then 3 letters and 1 number as well. So if the market provides you a derivative to publish, that's the question you need to ask. What's the derivative CKS code? And what's the derivative year? These 2 things is the one that we're using to match with the price system. It's very important, and it's mandatory field that when you create a new derivative and when you create a new package assets. Okay? It's a very important thing, because if you do not publish 2 things, these 2 things in the right way, in the right code, the price won't show up. The price will just show in 0. Okay, so that will be
okay, perfect.
Yeah, that will be a fail for them. So, and also if you publish the right code but you can't see it in the web page, you see the price is not showing correctly, then you need to contact the market. Says, did you update your price XML sheet correctly? Did you put a new code in? Did you run the script to update the price in the Dragonfly? So that's kind of some questions you need to ask if you find out some price is not showing up. Okay, so there is another thing. This one is for derivative, but for Brazil, they have price for colors as well. So when you've been providing a new color to publish, you need to ask this question as well. What's the color code for the color? Because each of the color you will need to publish the color code to it as well. And for this derivative, what's the color that related to this derivative, and what's the color code for it? Because what we having problem with them is they have sometimes the color name looks exactly the same, but they have different color code for the color name. So an example would be this brand code article. You can see there are 2 brand code articles here. Why is that? It's because they have different color code, and we need to assign different color code for different vehicles. So if I bring this up, you can see the feature code is the place that you need to insert the color code in. Okay, and then for this color, we have new Fiesta hatch and new Fiesta sedan. Okay, but if I bring this one up, you can see it's exactly the same, but the color code is different. This one is 023, and it's been assigned to a lot of vehicles. The reason behind this is because the new Fiesta sedan and hatch, it's only got color code 4WF to this color. And that's why we create 2 duplicate features in here. But I think this one is just like, normally it's not happening, but you need to be very careful when you receive something new to publish from them. You need to ask this kind of code. Okay, so all of the code is already been put inside. But if you need to publish new things, you need to ask, because normally they will just provide you with the color name, but you need to ask for the color code for Brasil as well, because the price might be different and the code might be different. Okay, so that's for the price integration. Any questions?
No, I'm just going fine.
Fine with that?
No, everything's going fine. Thank you.
Yeah, because Leon gonna send you some documents that indicate some specific things that you need to consider. So we'll be handing over this document to you after this week's session. So if you got any questions, you can ask me or ask me. We'll put it into the file. Okay, so that's the price.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, how we put up the price onto the page is exactly the same, because this whole price integration things is just between the price system with Dragonfly, and the price will be inserted into the Dragonfly VDM after the process. So you can still see the price if you added features or if you added VDM data. And how we insert the price into the page is exactly the same like what we did with Colombia, what we did for Mexico, what we did for Argentina. There's no difference with them. Okay, so for the home page, that's it. I think price. About the CTA buttons, I think it's pretty much the same thing as well as the other market. We got download brochure link. Don't forget, for all of the other CTA buttons like build price, locate dealer, comparator, we don't need to tag the omniture tagging. But for this download brochure, please do not forget, though all of these omniture analytics definitions need to be attached to it. Okay, and you need to check this box to make the omniture tagging firing. So this one is just linking. Yeah, this one is just linking to a PDF blobs assets.
Okay, right.
Okay, so that's for the home page. Let's go inside to have a look. Will take a while. That's for the normal slide, but I think there's not much difference with the other ones. So as you can see, this price disclaimer is on every single page inside the vehicle, because every page that got this price show up, they will need this price disclaimer show out. Okay, so that's for the models page. Not much difference with the other side. We insert the price here. This price is taken from the VDN data. You don't need to manually publish it. You just need to link into the web VDN. and all of this is pretty much the same like the other side. So I'll continue for the derivative. So here is the derivative page. As you can see, price disclaimer, and then the price showing out here. Okay, so there is no much difference as well. Let's go in the specifications. So specifications, it's very similar with the other site as well. It's just got different catalogs that you can see all the specification data. And I think there are one thing is you need to be careful is the omniture tagging. Please don't forget you need to change the omniture tagging for each of the page. So that's technical, exterior, and they do require to follow some specific orders for the specification to be shown out. So for some instance, they might ask you to like put this one that underneath of this one. So how we change the orders, I think you should be able to know, but I'm just going to cover that. So edit feature. So if you want to change the order of the specifications for some like this one, technical, you just go in here, click spec value, and click this display order, and that's where you can change all of these specification orders. You just need to select one and move it up or move it down. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel this one. And if you want to change for others, spec data, you just choose a different one in here. Okay, and please don't forget Brasil got comparator as well. They are required to insert the same values in comparator as the specification page. So when you create some new things, you will be required to insert the values in the spec data, but also the comparator value as well. As you can see, it's the same. They are exactly the same data for the comparator. And also the order as well. Okay. So.
Okay, just like the Argentina site.
Yeah, just like Argentina.
Okay.
But the thing is, Argentina doesn't have any given price, and Colombia, I think Colombia doesn't have comparator, but never mind, because Brazil has got all the tools that they want, so they might have some complexibilities inside. So let's go inside features page. So in Fisher's page, they just got one page, and the template that we're using is pretty much the same as we're using in Mexico or in Colombia, Argentina. It's the normal feature template. So we put some images on the right and left, and there are some items here, and put the text. It's pretty much the same. So we won't cover that. We won't put that as a specific.
Sorry, can you show me the second image?
This one?
Can you show me the second image?
The second image?
Yeah, in this case I think it's the smallest one according to the text at the right. Okay, could you select only the image, please?
Select the image? You mean in the contents of a...
No, here in the page. The second image that got the car.
Let me bring back. Go on.
Yes. Okay. I see. I just want to see the size of the image. Thank you.
Okay. Show me. So let's go to gallery, but inside gallery I don't think there are many specific things. It's just a normal mosaic gallery, just like the other side.
Okay. Do they have video gallery?
Sorry?
Do they have the video gallery? Oh, okay, no.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So they put some text in the gallery. So
Okay,
it's just like this. Yeah. So it's the same. I think it's all of the vehicle section. I think this one is something new that they published. Yeah, it's gonna be coming soon. It's the new focus, which we are in the process of publishing the VDM data, and this one will be launched in end of September, I think. So we will be publishing the VDM data and the pages as well, but we haven't received the CCF yet, so we just currently this one is just a linking to another domain.
Okay.
So let's see what's the other things this will cover. Pickups. Let's see, Ranger. Yeah, so I think there are one extra thing is this Facebook link in Ranger. So So I think Mexico got this kind of thing as well, but I don't think Argentina or Colombia got this. So how we publish that is because this link is only available in a couple of the nameplate, not all of them, because all the link in different nameplate is different. For example, this one is for Ranger. I think we got it in EcoSport, but they are all different links. So let me bring it.
Export, okay.
So we have a container called social links. Actually, if they are requesting, we can add more links inside. This one is just a Facebook, but we can add in like YouTube, Twitter, and many other. To like in here, Flickr, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, and you can all put different links inside. And you can configure this text to be showing out as well. As you can see in here is in Portuguese. So the text showing out is inside container titles. So for this container is holding up all of these links. So for example, if in here you will see 4 links assets in one container. But for currently it's only got 1 link here. So if I bring this up, this one is a link assets. Okay. Title is Facebook, but the title won't show out. And then you insert the Facebook target inside. And please do not forget, you need to tag the omniture tagging as well. But if it's a Twitter, then you need to change this one into a Twitter one or into Flickr one, because this one is Facebook specific for the analytics, and also as well as this image assets. Okay, we got Facebook image here. But for others, you will need to change it into other images.
Yeah, okay.
So that's for this link. And I think, is that a video? Okay, they have a video here. Yeah, I think this one is reading from. Yeah, I think this one is reading from the YouTube directly. Let me find out. Because Leon did all of this updates. So the Ranger first one. Oh, this one is from Akamai too. Okay. Okay, that's a video assets. Overlay video. Yeah, but I think the way how to publish it is exactly the same like Mexico and the other market. So no drama. And
Okay.
I think that's all. That should be all for the vehicle section. Do you have any questions?
No, not at the moment. It's okay.
Okay, so let's see the non-vehicle section. So in here it's just like buying, and you will see all of the tools link inside. Like this one is build and quote. I think I'll cover build and quote and latest offers in next session, not today. And that's latest offers. That's locate the dealer. And that's a comparator. That's finance service. This one, let's just bring this two out. All of these tools, I'll cover that in the later session, not today. We'll just go through the site today. And if you have any questions, if you have time, you can go through it as well. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the next two sessions.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So the dealer locator works like for Argentina.
Yeah, like Argentina and in Colombia.
Okay,
It's
through Bing Maps.
getting the source from the through maps. Yes.
Okay, great.
And so for the mobile side, the same transit, and that will go through to the truck site for now. The truck site is not on Dragonfly yet, but we will have that in the future. Why this image is not showing? Yes. Okay. So let's see.
¿En qué acabó el tema este de RAM? Pues todo indica que, bueno, más bien platiqué con John, me dio su punto de vista. Pero ¿cuándo le hicieron un examen?
That's the finance section. I think they are just normal general content pages.
Lo que pasó fue que después de que Osvaldo y Priscila dieron su punto de vista, Carla muchas veces, no, Carla Guerrero, dentro del poco. Fui a decir algo malo, sí, y hablé con John y dije, mira, vamos a hacer un examen, pues ya que vimos todo el examen, finalmente dice, ¿sabes qué? Ya chequeé.
Currently, Photo of Brazil do not have any sync website has been published, but we have some content for sync, which I'll cover later. You can see there is sync content in here, but they are just being published as some static content. I'll cover that in a second after doing all of this. So for the non-vehicle, as you can see, they're just very normal. They're just normal non-vehicle content. So
Okay, so it works all about the general content form.
So they are just the normal content, and if you can see, there is a little like arrows here. I'm not sure if you noticed that in the other side. This one is just indicated user. If you click it, it's gonna take you to the outside.
Okay, so it could do from K to present disclaimer. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so it's how we're doing this is we link them. We link them to a link asset which we select a specific view for it. That's how it can trigger this pop-up to the external side, and it will display these little arrows, this arrow beside of it, like the Facebook and YouTube as well. So if I bring out the page, as you can see in the target of the page, it's actually linking to a link asset. So if I search it out, think we missed one here.
Así que no me esperes.
So let me write this down. Maybe that one is not a good example.
Como que estando ya aquí, organizar todo como dice, y ahí estamos haciendo varios esfuerzos que hay antes de
Let's bring out the YouTube ones.
apuntar en eso todo. Una de las cosas es el registro de los puntos, ¿no? No me estoy refiriendo al timesheet, me estoy refiriendo al traqueo del tiempo. Vemos necesario la herramienta justamente del traqueo del tiempo. Y más cuando te hablamos con el fan, que sí insiste que el proceso, etc. Entonces,
So you can see we put target in here, and mostly important to trigger out that pop-up window and that arrow is select the window to be pop-up with disclaimer. That's how we trigger this pop-up and to display the arrows in here.
Okay.
So you can see it's being applied to many of the pages here. Okay, so that's some not specific for these two pages. Let's go to service. Bring out the sync one. And we have a recall section as well.
y he estado muy pegado a la también llegar a poner un motivo para platicar todo lo que de normal, pero estoy tratando de que nos den a la frente bajo con el platito. Digo, también vamos a colaborar en el instituto, pero estamos justamente para que nos apoyen estos meses, ¿no? Podríamos estar.
So this one is some like a fixed price service that we published. So they want to keep it left-hand navigation. So what we do is we put all of the service information pages as a CTA buttons. So this one is the first one. We publish it as a tables. They're all static content. So if I bring it out in the hierarchy, you can see all of the page is in here, but in the CTA buttons, we have all of these button assets here. Okay, so first one, head article. This one is just the articles that to display the content. And then the second article is the one that's including all of this table content. So if they ask you to update that, here is the place that you find out all of this information in. They have been published manually. So if I click the second one, this one is exactly the same content. So as you can see, we have a couple of pages that using this scenario, like celebrating Fiesta. It's very similar. So we publish some CTA buttons here, and then it actually page is just a static table content. So if I click the other one, so you can see it's the second one, second page. All of the CTA buttons still here. They want to keep it as the left-hand side navigation to the other pages in this section. So yeah, it's just static content needs to be published for this kind of section, as well as the celebrate fiesta section. Okay, so there's one thing is a bit different with these two sections. It's the sync. We all know Mexico already got sync section, which looks totally different with this one, because Brazil haven't launched the sync site yet, but they still want to show out some sync content. So we publish some static content for them like this, and they can select.
Okay, so these tables are image?
No, it's not image. It's been published inside the articles. So I'll show you later. So this is the sync section in Brazil, and you can choose different vehicles from this drop-down that will display different content. If I choose Edge, I'll bring up the sync. Then menu first.
Vamos a esperar si Brasil nos abre la puerta esta semana para hablar con ellos. Oye, ¿cómo se habla en inglés? ¿Cómo? ¿Con Brasil en inglés o en portugués?
So the edge one is showing out. You can see that's the sync edge. You still got these drop downs. So if the sync feature is available for them, it will showing this color image. If not, it will just showing this gray out image. And you only tick those items that you have for these vehicles. And for that, you can bring out the pop-up to see the detailed images for that. So how we done this is we just publish it as static articles as well. Let me bring this up. So for sync section, because they don't have the dynamic content, so we just publish it as a static tables. So service is was a bad example.
Oye, también te iba a pedir de esto de las
bring
restas de servicio.
out
De una vez métanse, porque ya viste que no nos iban a meter. No está viendo. Entonces métanse, le voy a pedir a Sergio de que llegue a la reunión de mañana. No sé cuándo es. Vayan. Si quieres ahorita le pregunto. ¿No? Pero métanse a huevo y ve con el cliente y expliquen a los limitantes de Dragonfly y que los precios, que juntos con el cliente hagan una solución para que después no digan el último fue digital y me quedaron. Sí, y lo que quiero hacer, y si lo opinas de la parte de lo que quiero hablar contigo es, no les vamos a negar nada del servicio, va a ser igual. Lo único que vamos a tratar muy bien.
Yeah, that's the right page. They should put in this page instead. So,
no hemos cerrado nada. Es un pedo. Entonces, menos vamos a pedir complicados. Entonces, decir, ahorita darle servicio nada más que no se pasen del mes. Exacto. Pero en esas juntas, sobre todo aquí en esta primera,
this one instead.
lleva a la derecha de cómo se puede solucionar, si no se puede solucionar, cuáles restricciones, qué alternativas hay, todo. Sí, y ahorita hay como una alternativa de flash incluso que no estaría nada mal, que al parecer vamos a poder usar. La negativa era mucho de Rafa, no sé por qué, y ahorita al parecer se está viendo esa posibilidad, entonces ahí podemos meter los flasheros y hacer algunas cosas de la gacetilla o la gacetilla.
So, sync tables page should be look like that. So how we publish it for the sync landing page? For this one, as you can see, this one is not any vehicle specific. So all of these images is colored, and it can be clicked for the pop-up to show out. And we got these tables as well. So the way we're doing that is, if you bring this up, this one is a disclaimer, which is the one that underneath, I think it's on the bottom, at the bottom. This article is for disclaimer. and then we have this landing pictures. This article is for these items here. Okay, so if I bring this up, we use tables. We use tables to insert all of these values. As you can see, this is tables, and all of these values is inside here. And then we put images into each of the table content. As you can see, these are images. They are image assets you can search for. And then we have this and then in here, in this section, is for this pop-up. We put the text in here, and then we have article assets, which is for the pop-up articles. Okay, so that's how we creating this. So all the image assets is inside this row, and all of this pop-up text is inside this section. So from here, what you can see is this is a row, table row. That's a table row. And here is another row. And we put some CSS inside to control the background color and the TD color as well. So this article is for this section. Is for this section only. And then you see a lot of the other articles is describing each of the tables below. Okay. So if I bring this up, table 1, so you can see the header, the table header is here. That's the header. And how we do this tickle things is we actually include the image into each of the TD. This one is an image inside Dragonfly. So if I bring this up for you, you can see we include an image here. So for the item that we need these tickle things, we include the image. So if I bring up the image,
Okay, it's the same for all.
yeah. So sync tick image. You can see the picture is like this, and that's a PNG image format, which got transparent background. Okay, so if we go to vehicle section, it's going to be the same.
Okay, right.
So the only difference is we use a banner here, and we put some city buttons to be able to link to, and then in here we use the gray images for these two features because they are not available for cars. They are images, so it's not like some specific functionality. We just use the different images to include in here. Okay, and then we publish it as a table as well into articles, and include those items that got these features for this car. So no drama is like normal publishing, but you just need to be careful if they want you to change it. You know where to find the image and how to create them and include them into the table assets. So that's the sync one. And then for the recall section, we publish them as a newsroom. So as you can see, they got all of this kind of like recall articles, and we divide them by the year. So if you want to see the year, different year, you select it from here, and it will show you the recall articles And how we do this is using a normal newsroom template. So if I bring out the report, the only difference that between the newsroom and this report section is we use the subtype called recall. That means if you want to create another recall article and want it displaying here, you will need to create the article using the same subtype as recall as well. So if I go to search an article, so all of these recall articles, you can see the subtype is recall as well. And then please don't forget to insert a date for all the newsroom article, because if you don't insert a date, the article won't show out in the article locator as well. Date is a mandatory thing. Okay, so that's the recall section. Let me see what else. Data filtering. I don't think their mobile site got this recall section, so you don't need to worry about that. So I think pretty much all the other non-vehicle section is just like normal. It's just a normal template and general content. There's no any specific things for it. I think most challenging things is gonna be inside forms, dealer locator, and hot deals. Which we're gonna cover that in tomorrow's session. So I will go through in. We still have like half an hour, like 45 minutes to go through. I will continue go through in the mobile site. If you've got any questions, you can ask me straight away. We're gonna cover more important things in, I think, for your Wednesday session. So for today's ones,
I think it's okay. Do they have a new session?
I think we have it in the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think I don't have time to cover all the other important things in today's session, so I will just show you the mobile site in the rest of the time. But we will start some very important things in the next session, because the most difference in Brazil that is different with the other market is it's got build and quote. Build and quote, they will have request a quote forms, and they will have latest offers, which is not using in any of the larger market currently. Only Brazil got latest offers. And then inside latest offers, they have a request offer form as well. So, and Brazil is going to use LS Advanced. So I'm going to cover all of that in the next session. So there are a couple of things you really need to be very careful to maintain it, because there will be very specific things. So I won't have time to cover that today. I will start that in next session. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'll go through all the mobile side with you. So in the mobile one, I don't think we have some specific things as well. So they have this YouTube and they have the YouTube link too. So the difference is they put Facebook and YouTube link into separate channel. Like they separate them into Brazil one, New Fiesta one, EcoSport one. So it's a bit different with the other market. They only have one link, but they have separate links in Brazil. So let me close this one. And for the latest offers in mobile side, we do not use the latest offers functionality. So in the mobile side, all of the latest offers has been published manually. So it's just like how we publish the normal content. So it's the image of the vehicle. List price is published manually as well. It's not been taken from the VDM. It's not been taken from the hot deal assets. We just put it in manually using normal publishing method. It's just inside the article. So I will give you more details tomorrow, because latest offer is gonna be very important things for Brazil. So this one is offer. Let's go back to the vehicles. So, okay. So for the vehicle, there is no drama. It's just like the other side. This one is the home page. And for generic mobile, it's the home page. If we go inside the models, there is one requirement for Brazil is they want to keep the same content, making sure the same content has been published on mobile side if you're doing any changes or updates on the desktop side. For example, if they ask you to update some details on the vehicles, you need to think about it. You need to update the same in the mobile side as well. So you can see they have price too. This price is taken from the VDM data. So if you link them okay, when you publish them, all of this price should be updated using the price integration as well. All of them is taken from the VDM. Okay, so if I click inside, and they have this price disclaimer in the mobile side too. And so you need to consider to update them. Let's see if they're using the same article assets or not. Yeah, they are different ones. So if they got a request from market says they want to update this price disclaimer, then there are three positions you need to find out. One is for desktop, one is for generic mobile, and there is another one I think is for the smart mobile. So you need to find out all of these three articles and update them. That's for smart mobile. Okay, but I think they're the same content. Everywhere the prices show out, you need to consider the disclaimer should be there. Okay? And how to publish the derivative page is pretty much the same. There are no difference. As you can see, maybe I need to adjust it to let them show out more nicely. Okay, so the second one is colors page. Maybe you have noticed on the desktop side they don't have any colors, flash color picker. I think it's the market requirement to remove it, but because they already have the nameplate color picker, so they said, don't worry about the flash color picker. But on the mobile side, we still have the color picker, so you still need to publish the color images into the VDM, because all of this data is reading from the VDM. Okay.
Okay, great.
So
She looks like Argentina.
So we got the features. The mobile features page, we take the content from desktop feature carousel. It's not taken from the desktop features page. If I show you, because desktop features page we're using features template, it doesn't make any sense, or it doesn't fit very well into the mobile. So we just put the feature carousel item on the nameplate home to put into the mobile features page. So if we click inside, you can see there are some content. Okay, so they are the same here.
Okay, same as all countries.
Yeah, mobile side, we don't have any very specific things. There is only one thing needs to be careful, is for the latest offer forms inside mobile. But I'm going to cover that with the desktop one, because if I combine that together, you will get better understanding. So, but not today.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna have a tough session next one, so be prepared for that. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Today is easy. I think today, the only thing that I covered is very important is the price integration.
Yep.
Because make sure you put the correct CKS code into every single vehicle assets and also the colors features as well. Because if you don't do that, the price won't show up. But the thing is, because you still need the price, you still need to insert some like default price for the engine and transmission. So, because if you don't do that, the color picker won't work, the build and quote won't work. So you just input 0 for the original one. But after they've run the script and adding the price, the new price into the XML file, you should be able to get the real price for that. But for those VDM that already got the price in the VDM, don't touch them, because they are reading from the price integration. Okay?
Okay.
So, no drama. This one is just like the same gallery pages. So, and for the non-vehicle, we don't have many non-vehicle pages in the mobile side. I think it's just latest offers. This one is request a service. It's just a normal content page. Okay. Now we have these links. It's copyright information, and this one the same. They don't have contact us form. It's just going to be some let's see, apparently it's been missed. Let me talk to them. So mobile site contact page is empty. Content service, pretty much very simple content as well. So yeah, all of them is pretty much the same like the other side. In mobile side, not much difference. And for the, I think they got dealer locator. From the first or from the menu, let's see. Distributor, which is the dealer locator, it's reading the same data source from the desktop one. So you can select distributor 2, and if you click, there are some specific things that we need to consider for dealer locator. We're going to cover that tomorrow as well because it's related to the request a quote forms. Okay, but for now, what you can see is pretty much the same like in Colombia and Argentina. It's got the same functionalities. For smart one, you can see the map, but for the generic one, you can't see the map.
Okay. Perfect.
So, yeah, I think, do you have any questions for today?
No.
No?
I think everything's going fine.
Okay, so I think that's all for today then. We're going to cover more important things in next 2 sessions, which will be latest offers, build and quote, and forms. Okay?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so today's session is over. I think you guys is already a bit late, is it? For your time? It's already late in the afternoon or even in the evening.
Well, see, it's strong here.
Oh, I can hear the police cars. So I won't hold you. You guys go for dinner.
Perfect. Have a great day.
You too. See ya, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Catch you later. Bye.